I'm on my own, broken and alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Just stare 'cause the flames will burn us.
Alright, hey guys, so I just finished up my session here over at the casino. I'm not sure if you can see it in the back there, but we'll say the session was pretty boring, to be honest, especially with the crowd that was there. When I walked in, there was a lot of regulars, a lot of guys who go to Vegas and play 5-10 games. There's also a few guys who play PLO that were sitting down, but a lot of them were just chatting, and it was kind of hard to get action. It was alright. It was fun to kind of just sit down and enjoy poker a little bit, but I got bored at like the 3-hour mark, and I just kind of, after like the last bomb pot that we did, I just kind of left. So I'm on my way back here now. Session was alright. Again, like I said, it could have been a lot better. My biggest hand, I'll go over again when I get back home. I picked up aces. The guy called me all in. There's 3 all-ins, and I ended up holding. But we'll end up going through that really quick. It was, that was a super quick one. Actually, how about I just say right now, I pick up pocket aces in the big blind, which was really nice. We get a few folds. It goes to the middle position player, raises to 13. We get one caller beside him who's in the dealer position. So I re-raise to 40, and he shoves his hand. So obviously I'm thinking it's kings here. Ace, it's either kings or queens in my sense, seeing that I have the 2 aces. I'm kind of away from ace king. So he shoves it all in. I'm just kind of waiting on the dealer position. He's got about $60 behind. He ends up calling, and I end up just calling his all in, and he covers me. I think I had around 176 to start the hand. Flop comes out king jack 3 with 2 diamonds. So obviously it has queens or jacks here. I'm pretty much dead. Turn comes even worse. It comes off a king of clubs, and then the river is just a blank. I think it is a 7 of hearts. I obviously think I'm beat here. I think that he snapped me off with kings. I roll over my hand. I say I have aces. He actually mucks the guy who covers me, and the guy with 60 flips his overhand thinking it was good, and he had king deuce. So he had a pair of kings and thought they were good, but I ended up holding. So that was like the big pot. I think there is like I was up around like 225 to start. The session was like my first hand, and so there's a few hands. I'll wait till I get back to my place to go over them, but up $74 for the session, so could have been better, and you'll see why here soon. Hey guys, what's going on? So guess who's back? It's me, back with another poker vlog here, as I'm going to be starting to do these a little bit more frequently. I'm enjoying the poker grind right now. I have had a few rough sessions, but I've had a few really good ones as well, and I think I'm going to make a video just dedicated to like that one session that I did really well in. It just kind of like motivated me to kind of think that I can build a bankroll in this and kind of keep going with it. So I just played for fun. I have money that I invested $200 in this. I finally built a bankroll up to a few grand kind of thing, so I have some bullets to play. Obviously 1-2 is the only game that I really play right now, is No Limit. I do play a game every once in a while that has a round of pot limit Omaha in it, but that's just kind of enjoy it to have a little bit of fun. But again, so if you guys are back from my other videos, I do have a few videos posted about poker vlogs, so if you guys want to go follow those, you can as well. I know my channel is mainly car videos, but this is just kind of like my new hobby that I've been doing. So as you guys heard, the aces hand that sort of like started the session for me, I ended up waking up with aces, as you guys can see. So I'm up around, my stacks around, I'd say around 450 right now, effective I'm playing. So in this hand, basically, I looked down at ace-8 offsuit in late position. So this game, like I said before, it was really slow. For the type of people that were playing there and the crowd that was there, I'm really surprised how slow it was and how the lack of action that was going on. All they were talking about is like being up $12,000 in Vegas, and they pre-flop bet $7 and they fold to raises of like 20, and I opened for like 15, and they said that was the biggest raise they've seen since the table opened like an hour ago. So just keep that in mind. There's 5 limps in front of me. This is the game, literally 5 limps in front of me. So I look down. I end up raising the pot 15. Again, with all the limps, I thought I'm going to get some action with the 5 limps. So I raised to 15, and I only get 2 callers from that. So the flop comes out. It's not bad. I definitely had worse. So it comes out ace, queen, 7 with 2 clubs. So we have a possible flush draw there. And again, like I said, I'm in late position, so they're all in front of me to act first, and they both check to me. So what I do is I end up raising 17. Again, just trying to keep it small. I assumed I would just want to keep a queen in here. There's also a flush draw, which I could be kind of raising up for those flush draws, which is something that I should probably be thinking about when I'm playing. Just to kind of punish those people who want to do call with their draws. There's not much of a straight draw out there. King Jack maybe. There's a few things that I could upwards, bet maybe the 25 into this pot, and get called by those. I end up getting a call. One player folds to my left. Actually, no, a player to my left calls, and the guy on the button actually ends up folding. The turn comes out a 4, which is a non-club, which is a pretty decent card, basically a brick for what I'm thinking with my bet on the flop. Pocket 4s will obviously be folding, especially at this game. Doesn't have the straights or anything like that. There's no club, so if I'm targeting people with club draws here, I was mostly putting them on pairs because a lot of the time they would re-raise or they'd make a bet if they had that flush draw first. So I want to still get value from him, so I end up raising 40, which basically puts this guy all in. He only has 40 behind, or he only started the stack for like $60 or something. There's a few guys who are just kind of min cashing in. So I put them all in. He calls me pretty quickly. River comes out at 5, which is basically a total brick again in my mind. And I flip over my hand, and he says he has a queen. So I don't know what he had for a kicker, but he was calling down with the queen there, and he reloads for another $60 or $80 or whatever it was. So yeah, I won that hand. It was, again, I think I played it pretty standardly. I could have increased my bet there on the turn, in the flop actually, to keep those people in. But again, queen might fold for those bigger bets. I might not get the $40 over that up, raise that to like 55. So I don't know. It worked out for me in this hand, and yeah. So I'm on the button and I pocket 9s, which is pretty nice, especially being in position. I look down, there's 4 limpers. Again, it's a limping game, and I end up only raising to 12 here because a lot of the time when I raise to 15, a lot of people are folding. And I'm on the button, and it's got a playable hand, and I'd like to see a flop with these guys and try to outplay them. So I end up getting 3 callers, so 4 of us to the hand, or to the flop, which is out 9-7-3 rainbow, which is a perfect flop. I couldn't ask for anything more with this flop. I couldn't ask for better. So I'm on the dealer button here. I have the dealer button, so I get 2 checks in front, or 3 checks in front of me. Everyone checks, and I should have bet here. Thinking about it now, there's 4 players in, but I just wish you guys know how the game was going. Like, my hand is so made. I'm not really scared of any turn card whatsoever, and I'm hoping something comes off where they can continue. So I end up checking, kind of, slow play my hand, be a little bit deceptive, and make up my mind on the turn. So the turn comes out a deuce, and one guy actually bets out 17. So so around half pot, I think. He bets out 17, and everybody else folds. I end up raising to 40. Again, I maybe could have raised, higher here, because obviously this obviously looks like a draw to me. It does come up the deuce of hearts, which brings a front door flush, or the back door flush in. So again, I probably could have raised more here just to kind of punish him a little bit more. I only raised 40, so around double his bet. Again, these are all bet sizing and things that I'm gonna have to work on in the future. But I do bet 40 and ends up calling. River is not the greatest card in the world. It comes at the ace of hearts. The flush gets there. There's also a possibility for a straight. Anyways, it's on him to act first. He ends up actually taking the initiative here, and he bets out 50 bucks. So in my mind, I don't think he has a flush here, because the $50 bet was really weak, and I think a lot of the guys, when they have a main hand, they're betting pretty large to try to get paid off. So I'm either up against a other set over set who decided to play tricky just like me and check to the original razor, which would have been me in this hand, which kind of elects me to think that I should call in this position. Again, I should look at maybe folding rivers. I really don't end up folding rivers very often, which is something that I might struggle with too. But I end up thinking about it for probably, I don't know, like 10 seconds because I have talked. Yeah, so sorry about that, guys. My SD card, I think, filled up or something, so it didn't work out the way I wanted to. So I got to kind of finish this vlog like this. So it's a beautiful day out here. I thought I'd do it outside a little bit. But anyways, yeah, so we're on the river there. The straight possibly gets there. We have the ace on the river, which again, you know, it's not that scary of a card, because I was thinking that if he had the like 5-4 here, he would be folding on the big turn raise that I did. But again, there's a gut shot there, everything like that. As you guys could probably tell is what I'm talking about. He did end up showing 5-4 there. Obviously, maybe I should have bet the flop. Again, thinking, you know, checking there for deception is obviously the thing that I want to do, and get them to be able to bluff a little bit to show, you know, that I'm not holding a big monster in my hand. A lot of these games aren't like when you see in Vegas. A lot of them are just kind of fit or fold type of players, and this guy obviously wasn't like that. He was calling with the gut shot basically the entire way, and he ends up getting there with the double gutter on the river there. So anyways, there was a pretty good session, I think, that time. I think I was up around 400 bucks, but then I ended up winning a little bit more on the machines down there. I've never really played them too much, but I won another $300 doing that. So it was pretty good. It was a pretty good session. Again, I keep playing. I got a lot more hands to go over and a lot more videos to make. Again, I'm just kind of enjoying the poker grind a little bit. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like up, leave a comment on any of the hands that I do down there below. Positive, negative, whatever it is, I don't really care. I learn a lot from everything that you guys say, and yeah, it's good fun. So hope you guys enjoyed the day, and as always, played off with some music.
No point in blaming you, did not know. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I give you everything.